Hey, Ange.
Les, what's cooking? Good looking?
I think it's all about you this time. It's
Oh
all
my
you.
gosh. Whew, whew. Okay, so
Hey,
this
everybody. Welcome to another episode of Black Boomer Besties from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Listen, I have a lot to talk about today.
I know, it was almost like an emergency. We got to get on film. We got to get on the camera. Come on, let's
Listen,
go, Les. I got a lot to say. I'm like, okay.
well, we haven't really had a lot of time to catch up because I've been moving.
You've been moving figuratively
Yes,
and literally.
literally. But it's the literal that I'm talking about because my body
Mm-hmm.
is so sore.
Oh.
But I did do some Pilates because I reached out to DK, who was one of our guests a few episodes back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, look, my lower back, my hips sore. And I know if I go to bed like this, it's going to be worse in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked her what I could do before I went to bed. And she gave me some stretches. And
Oh.
let me tell you, I woke up feeling so good. I was like, what? I think I felt better than before. than before
Wow.
I started moving. Really, I may have done it for like 15 minutes. No
You
more
got to
than
tell
that.
me what those are because I
No more
need
than
to.
that.
Sometimes I wake up feeling like I'm a pretzel,
Yeah.
so it's like,
But I think
yeah.
what was key is my default was to, oh, I need to rest
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like this. I need to go lie down. But I remembered that DK said that that is actually not what the body needs. The body needs to stretch to stop
Mm.
being so tight. And
Mm.
um,
Right.
back in the
Our
day,
inclination is to do this and like just,
exactly,
but don't do
exactly.
that.
But the
Thanks,
body is meant to
DK.
move. You're meant to move. Thanks, DK. Anyway, so physically, I'm not feeling as bad as I was, but
Mm-hmm.
just exhausted and
Oh.
realizing that you have to listen to your body. And there were times when I'm really strong. You remember that, right? I'm really strong. I can be stronger, but I'm pretty strong for my age. And so, but I knew that if I kind of rush and
Mm-hmm.
just overdid it, I would have really regretted it. So I just paced myself and I had help. I didn't do it alone,
Mm-hmm.
but I had help for one day,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the time. Anyway,
It's hard to
but
pace yourself though when you have
it
so
is
many things to do, especially, if
so
you're on a
hard,
time crunch. So
so
you have to
hard.
hire a moving truck for a certain period
Yes,
of time. You
yeah,
have to leave one place at a certain period of time and then get
yeah,
into another place.
yeah.
So, yeah,
All the
it's not easy
things,
to pace yourself.
all the things. But I did because I returned the truck actually before it was due to go back.
Mm.
Um, but I won't go into why I did that. But anyway, and because I love my car, I love my car. I love my car. My charger has been good to me. It holds so much stuff. So once the
Don't get me
truck,
started about that car of yours.
I love my car. The truck was used for all of the big things, and I don't know how my son and his friend Alex got the things into my second floor apartment, but they did it. They
Mm-hmm.
did it. It was amazing. They measured, they communicated with each other. It was it
Wow.
was it
Real
was
like
it
grown
was
up
wonderful.
stuff.
So the truck was used for that, but I made some trips after they left in my charger, and it held so much, and it just purred. It just purred, and I really I was shocked at how much it could hold. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Another
anyway,
reason for you to love it.
yes, and
And
I
I
do,
and I'll get to
and
see
I
your new
do.
place in about a week or so. So maybe we'll
Yeah,
record from there.
yeah.
Yeah,
I hope we
that would be
do.
cool. Maybe we can do that. But we're gonna be busy, so We might record
You have
about
no
how
idea.
it went after we're gone.
You have no
Apparently, I have
idea
a
how
big
busy you're
to-do
going to be.
list.
You're
I,
going to
I
be
have
so
an
busy.
idea.
No,
We're gonna do the old school getting shit done.
get it done. Um, yeah, so I, one of the things that I wanted to talk about, and I deliberately didn't tell you of a particular incident that happened, but just to kind of set the context for everyone, I moved from a suburban area where I've lived for almost 20 years in that town to an urban area. Um, yes, on purpose. It was something that I wanted to do. I'm a Brooklyn girl, and the suburbs served their purpose when
Hmm.
my children were younger, all the things. I didn't know the area very well, all the things. But I really desired to live in a more urban area where I didn't have to drive everywhere, that I can walk to coffee and just, and God has been so good because I would come to this area because my therapist is not too far away. So whenever I would drive in, I would, man, this is a really nice area.
Hmm.
It's primarily black and brown, enough gentrification to have good services here,
Mm.
but not
Isn't it? Doesn't
overly
that say
gentrified.
something?
It does say something,
Yeah.
and that's where I live now. Like a block and a half maybe from her, and coffee shops and restaurants. I looked up restaurants for breakfast. I had so many options. I went to different ones so I could get a different sampling, and I feel really great despite being tired. I'm
Hmm.
grateful that I'm in place. Okay, it's the first time that I've lived by myself
And how long?
in over 30 years.
Ooh, wow.
Married, children,
Over 30 years.
yes.
I think longer than that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you
over
said
30.
over 30, right? So
Yeah.
not 30.
Do we are we going to quibble over whether 33 or 38?
No.
Okay.
It's anywhere between 30.1 and 39.
Somewhere
That's deep
Masometas.
though. That's deep.
Yeah. And so I'm a little shaky about it 2 days in, but
You were literally shaky
I
today.
know,
I
I
know that was
know,
something.
I know, I
Okay, but
know.
she was
So
trembly today.
I was
But okay.
trembly. I was in
Mhm.
Tarjay, and I was talking to Les. I had her on FaceTime, and I was like, Les,
You were like buzzing.
I don't feel too well. And actually, we were on the phone, and I'm like, let me put you on FaceTime so you could you could
See? You said, "Let me go around people."
so
I
yeah,
said, "Sit down
it
in
was,
case you pass out."
but I couldn't find a place to sit. So I
Dag,
remembered
that's
that I
crazy.
passed the garden center, not the garden center, the outdoor
Mhm.
section. And so I went back over there, bypassed the AT&T guy who was trying to sell me stuff. I'm like, look,
Leave me alone.
if I
I'm
don't
having a medical emergency. I
if
don't
I
want
don't
any phone service right now.
if I
That
don't
won't
sit
help
down,
me. The only phone service you needed was to dial 911. See, we can laugh about that now.
I'm like, you really want to leave me alone, sir. You really want to leave me
I
alone. Um, and
But anyway, yeah.
but I found a place to sit, and
Mhm.
I didn't feel better, but I didn't feel worse, and I needed to
Mhm.
get out of there because Isaiah was coming to help me do a little more moving. Anyway, so something interesting that happened when so I got my utilities turned on, and I um, got my cable provider, internet provider,
Mhm.
and I opted to do the installation myself because, of course. So I went to the store to pick up the equipment, And the first thing I noticed is that um, there were a lot of people in there. Not not that strange really, but I thought I would just pop in, pick up my equipment, and leave.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know the protocol. I went up front. He said, "Oh, you have to sign in." I said, "Okay." Went and signed in, and then I'm waiting. So it's all black folks who were waiting. I noticed most of them were elderly.
Mm-hmm.
These are just things that I noticed. Nothing profound about that. So people were being called, were being served, and and I was called, and I was at the walking to the representative, and this white woman walked in with some equipment. She had a box, and she took it up to just where I was standing at this point. And he said to her, "Oh, you have to sign in, and I'll take care of you." And she said, "I'm not going to do that." And then she said, "I'm just dropping this off." And he said, "Well, um, I need to get your information." "I'm not going to do that."
Ooh.
And she just turned and
Wow.
walked out.
Did she drop off her stuff and leave it,
She
or she
left
took
it.
it
She
with her?
just leaned it up on the side. He doesn't know who she is from Adam.
Right.
She left it there and
Ooh.
she walked out. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I'm thinking,
Hmm.
welcome to urban. Welcome to an area that's predominantly black and brown. Black, I would say. Brown. Black and brown. And I'm making a lot of assumptions here, but I'm just going
Mm-hmm.
to be honest about how
Your
I
assumptions. How you see it.
felt, how I um, how that hit me. I felt it was so privileged, right? And I thought about what what would that look like if that's how black folks acted, meaning I'm not going to do it the way that you said, and there's nothing that you can do about it
Mm.
because I know you're going to take care of it. I know that I'm I'm not going to have any recourse. They're not going to have any recourse for me breaking the rule.
Mm. I see what you
Um,
mean when you say that's privilege. It's like
yeah,
she's gonna get taken care of and gonna go about her way. Yeah.
and I'm sure whether it's true or not, she felt this is all me
Yeah. Yeah.
imagination
I
here
don't need to do.
that
I
I
don't
don't
need to
need to
follow
do.
protocol.
And there were people there who I'm sure were in her situation and
Dropping
followed the
off
rule.
stuff.
Right, right. Um, so that really hit me like I wondered, I didn't know this for sure or any of this, but I did wonder whether um, why she would choose to do that. Like why she wouldn't want to stay in the space
Mm.
and do what is. I mean, if she walked into a restaurant or if it just really struck me like this is what I am probably going to see um, more than I've seen in a long time because
So,
of where I live now.
so my question, and welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah.
But my question to you is, let's say we're only speculating, obviously.
Sure.
If you take this same person and
Hmm.
take her to the cable store in the suburban area where you just left,
Yeah.
would you guess that her behavior would have been different had
Yeah.
it been an all white area and perhaps the workers at the store look like she did?
I am going to venture to guess yes, she would have acted differently. I say that because I think she knew that she was out of line, meaning she didn't queue up like everyone else did, and so
Well,
other people
she
were there
definitely
before
knew
her.
because she was told to do one thing and said, no, I'm not doing it. So, of course, she's aware that
Right,
she's now.
right.
Uh
And
huh.
so for that reason, I don't think she would have done that to people who look like her.
Really? Mm hmm.
Do you?
I don't have, well, I started to say I don't have enough information to really give a good guess.
Of
But I
course.
mean,
But
I've lived in
okay.
America a long time. A
Yeah.
long
And this is all
time.
guessing, and we're just
Right,
being
right.
honest with how we feel. We
And
don't I don't know her from,
I know
a hole in the wall.
what white privilege looks like, but I also know what being just a jerk looks like,
Yeah. Right.
independent of white privilege. So if this
But
woman is
Leslie,
just
close
a
your eyes. Close your eyes.
close your eyes. If this
Imagine.
woman was just a jerk, then she's a jerk wherever she goes. But I have seen,
Hmm.
not just this woman, but
Right.
with other
You've
people.
never seen this woman.
I'm saying I have seen people act like that because of their privilege and status, and they know that it's their world. It's my world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
I
don't
was
need to follow
thinking,
the rules.
right, I was
I'm in a
thinking,
rush, or
yeah, but
accommodate me. Of course, we've all seen that.
yeah, it would be
My
hard.
rush is more priority than somebody else's rush.
Yeah. Anyway, that really kind of hit me, and it um, one of the reasons why I moved to the area that I moved to is because I wanted to be in communities where I would hear music that
Mm.
I like, or music that I'm used to hearing. One day when I came to speak to the property manager, someone drove by and I heard the Isley Brothers, and I'm like, this is my this is
These are my
this is my
people.
spot.
These are my
These are
people.
my people. And I told you about I was going to see another apartment, not the one where I actually moved to,
Mm-hmm.
and this elderly, she may have been 10 years older than me if I were to guess. And she was like, "Oh, why are you going to that one? Come over here. And if he can't show you um, the maintenance person, just ring my doorbell and I'll let you come and see mine. I've been here a few months and it's wonderful."
Wow.
And I'm like, those are people that I want to live around,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and and
Much
so
more of a
this
sense
was,
of community.
yeah, this was deliberate.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's kind of like, for some reason, I'm thinking about how it was for me at Penn. And
Mm.
very few black students, as you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
There were 400 black students in a class of 8,000, something like that. It was really,
Wow.
and
This was in
so,
the 80s.
yeah, why'd you have to say that?
Because we're boomers.
People didn't know that.
It's our
They couldn't.
brand.
They
It's who
couldn't
we
do the
are.
math. They couldn't do the math.
We, they were challenged. But anyway, set the
And
scene.
so we were accused of self-segregating because we would sit together, you know. I
Really?
mean, it was never a thought that, oh, maybe my friends are black, and so I want to sit with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Or, maybe. I feel really isolated, and I want to be around people who I feel really comfortable with because it's hard to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And you, we used to, Locust Walk is the main strip down the center of campus, and um, I remember when Kay and I were roommates. You guys, some episode back, we had Kay Benjamin on. We went to high school together and to college together,
Mm-hmm.
and we were roommates. And when we had to determine what the weather was like to see what we were going to wear, we had to wait until we would wait until we saw a black person walk because people would wear shorts in
Right
40-degree.
there.
You can't
So in
tell.
other
So
words,
we
you
would
the black
wait.
people were the real barometers of what we should be wearing because
And they
there
would
are
have
some
on
people
their
that wear
parka.
shorts all year long.
They would have on their parkas, and we would know it's too cold
It's
because we were high up.
parkas.
We were like in the 20-something floor. So it was one of the at the time it was one of the newer high-rise
They're wearing
apartments.
shorts. Up, don't look at him.
And
He
we were
always
like,
wears
no,
shorts.
we
It's 10 degrees outside.
we can't
That's
tell
pretty
until.
funny. That's pretty funny.
But I'm just so the idea that um, we want to kind of cluster around each other is something that I've been challenged about in
Mm.
my experience being in
Mm-hmm.
predominantly white spaces.
Mm-hmm.
And so I choose this for myself now
Yeah. And
because,
yeah.
you know, I want to hear random drumming. I do. I
Mm-hmm.
want to. Um, there's a community center at the top of the the hill that we're on, and I want to become a part of that community center. Um, I saw these little children. They looked Somali. First, I saw a little girl, and she just had her hood on her head, and the rest of the coat was like um,
Swinging.
swinging in the back. And then an older, probably her sister came, and then her mother came. And first of all, where I used to live, you don't see a lot of people walking. Everyone drives everywhere.
Yeah.
People, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When the children were small, they would all play on our cul-de-sac and things like that. But when you come out of neighborhoods, you don't see anyone walking. You don't see
Mm-hmm.
anyone walking. If you see someone walking and carrying a shopping bag or a supermarket thing, it looks odd.
Yeah.
Well, I like to see people. I like to see people at the bus stop. I like to see people using public transportation. And I wanted this back in my life, and it feels so good. And I know there are going to be aspects of this that are annoying as
Oh,
heck,
different. And yeah, yeah, you're going to need to
but
get
I
used to
want
it.
the annoying. I want to be annoyed by these things because there were a hell of a lot of things that annoyed me about where I used to live too.
Yeah.
Do you know
Mention
what I mean?
again about the laundry. You
Oh,
opted not to get it.
okay. So I know you think I'm
Still a little
nuts.
foreign to me because you
I
know
know you
me and
think I'm
laundry,
nuts.
we go way
Yeah.
back.
My firstborn is the same way. Mom, what do you. I need storage more than I need a washer and dryer in my apartment. I do.
Okay.
And I'm not into laundry like you
I'm
and
into laundry.
okay. I don't have this whole ritual around.
I'm into it.
You're totally into it. I know that laundromats are community
They're
spaces.
gathering
They're
places
gathering
like barber
spaces.
shops and
You
hair
get to.
salons and
When is the last time I had an opportunity to people watch? You don't do
mm,
that where I used to live. There's no
that's
such
true.
thing. What
That's
is
true.
that? Nothing. I like to people watch. I miss that.
Hmm.
And I will be going to the laundromat, which is a block away.
All right. And you'll
I
tell
will
me how it
drive there.
was.
I'll drive there, probably,
Okay.
because I did not enjoy as a
Pulling a
child
cart.
occasionally getting the cart and doing
Right,
that thing.
right, right.
But I look forward to.
You're gonna turn into the cart lady.
No, but I look forward to meeting people there and maybe Oh, you come on Sundays? Oh, I'll come on Sunday. Maybe we could discuss this, that, the other.
Oh boy.
Families, I am
This will be
here.
another podcast episode about the laundromat
Laundromat.
and the stories that we've heard, or much like The Moth or This American Life or whatever. This laundry life. Yeah. Dryer
This
talk.
laundry. Leslie, not the dryer talk. That's hilarious. No, but seriously, I want community. And
I get it. I get it.
I desired it, and God said yes. And I
I
have
like
it
that.
now. And I'm so looking forward to this. And I am as pleased as punch. I can't wait to not feel exhausted so I can
Appreciate what you have.
and I can walk. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
I need to rest a little bit, but I'm really looking
Well,
forward to
rest
it.
up because I'll be there in 6 days. No, 5 days.
5 days.
Five
I'm
days.
so
So
excited. I'm really like I'm
roll
looking
up your
forward to
sleeves. We're gonna get some stuff
all the
done. And
things. What are you gonna do? What do you plan
oh,
to do?
I plan to do it all.
Wallpaper?
I plan not to
Paint?
sleep, that's for sure. So I'm gonna get my sleep now. In fact, this has been another no. I'll start sleeping now.
Sleep is for
No, but we're
suckers.
gonna
No.
we're gonna take care of our stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
probably have.
make your place feel like home.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I got a new couch. It's just I like the bones of everything already, and
Mm-hmm.
I there's a lot of sunlight, and I'm just really excited. When is it? This is the first apartment that I've had. Is it since I moved? Since I got married? Yeah,
I think it is.
it's been house. It's a new
Anyway,
adventure.
it
It's a new
is.
adventure. I'm
Well,
excited.
welcome to the world. Welcome to the new
Welcome,
world.
welcome. Do you
All
think I'm
right.
nuts?
No, this is great. I
Okay.
look forward to this part of your new being.
Okay. All right. Me too. Me too. That's all.
Well,
I just wanted to share that. I wanted to get it out. I wanted to have everybody hear about this new stage of my life. And because I'm going to be sprinkling stories, I'm sure. I am an observer, so I'm going to be watching people and just getting all a lot of juicy stories to share on the podcast as the time goes by. At least a year I'll be here until God tells me where to go next.
I love it. Well, I want to say that Black Boomer Besties from Brooklyn is published by Angela Fraser. Our editing team is from Matt Dershowitz, and our media and social media person team is Couture Copywriting. So this has been another episode of Black Boomer Besties from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.